Hey, this is BA and welcome to WD GANN's Math Basics. What we're going to be doing here, this is part 5 and this is the last in the series that takes a look at the GANN coffee letter, okay? This will be the last part here. And it's going to be important. We've got the FOREX market we're going to be taking a look at all the way through this because if you're like me, you really don't have an interest in trading coffee. And so what's important here is that we grasp these techniques that are in the coffee letter, pull them out of there, and put them in with the euro. So we're going to do that euro US dollar. We're going to do that through this video. Let's get started by taking one last look at GANN's coffee letter. Okay, here we are, May Coffee Santos D. And we already did all these other ones, so if you're just tuning in to part 5 and this is your first one, you may want to go back and take a look at those. We just finished up last week with heliocentric planets, geocentric planets. I'm going to skip this paragraph here because I handled this part, I think, pretty well in part 4, and there's really no need for me to go over this with you guys. So we're going to start here, important dates each month. And we're going to be working our way down. Let's get started. GANN, important dates each month, 1st, 15th, 18th, and 19th. The present market is running close to these dates. Well, this letter, the coffee letter that we're researching here was written a few days after March 19. Okay, so 1954. So that's what he means, the current market. So March 19, he talks about this extreme high. Okay. Note here, what he does is he makes a list of dates, and in these dates, he's got the 19th, 19th, 15th, 18th. All these that are highlighted in red are up here, okay? He's got a few that aren't, like the 9th here, there's 2 9s. The 21st is off. The 17th is off, but only by 1 day, okay? And so what's important here is that he's using what numbers come up most. BA. What GANN is showing here is to take a few years worth of data, look at the highs and lows in that time, and look at what day of the month that the turns occurred to pick up a pattern. When the time cycles coincide with these monthly dates, it can be very significant if other factors are also present. This is a great secondary confirmation tool. Now, again, because where's November 19th? I mean, if we were to assume that the market was going to turn on the 19th the entire time, where's the November 19 in this date? There is none. So you have to have a time cycle due. And so therefore, this method that he's shown is like a secondary method. All right? So if your time cycle is showing a significant turn around the 19th of the month in coffee, that would be important. Well, like I said when we started this video, it's not really, BA wants to trade coffee, and I'm sure you guys really don't have an interest in it. But we do with the Forex, so let's take a look at it. Current euro, US dollar, important dates. And here's the dates. And I had to leave out because we were in a strong downtrend from summer of 2014 to early spring of 2015. So I had to leave that area out because there really were, there was highs and lows, but there was nothing that really stood out. So kind of left those out. Well, we got 24, 13, 9, 13, 15, 24, and 15. So you're based off of this, euro, US dollar dates each month are 9, 13, 15, and 24. Okay. Now, the 3 dates, these were also good turns, February 1, May 8th, and July 20th. Well, notice that the May 8th is also close to the 9 here, okay? So there may be some significance in that. Was there a weekend around there? What happened? Because if the market's closed, obviously we're going to show the turn on a Monday or Friday. So keep that in mind here, and I try to factor those out. We got the 1st, which really doesn't correspond with anything, and we got the 20th, which really doesn't correspond with anything. We got 1, 2 15s, 2 24s, 2 13s, and 1 9 with an 8 real close. Okay, so you see how to do that. And like I said, don't go trading based off of this. What we got to do is we got to keep in mind that you have to really have the time cycles operational, and then this makes sense. Now, if we think about it, this letter was written to Spawn, and Spawn, GANN had knew him for almost 30 years that we have proof of. okay, or had been corresponding with him for that long, and I put that in video 1 of this series. Now, if we put this in context, either one, GAN's trying to fool him after 28 years, okay, or what's occurring here is that GAN is aware that Spawn already knows the time cycles. I would go with the latter. GAN, heliocentric and geocentric aspects. 1954, March 24th, heliocentric Jupiter enters Cancer. June 24, heliocentric Jupiter, 120 degrees of Cancer. Okay, of Saturn. Okay, April 12th, Sun 60 degrees of Jupiter, geocentric. April 15th, Sun 180 degrees of Neptune. April 13th, Jupiter 135 degrees of Saturn. April 16th, Jupiter 60 degrees of Pluto. April 26th, Jupiter 120 degrees of Neptune. April 26th, Sun 180 degrees of Saturn. Notice up here he's got March 24th, and then we jump down to June 24th. So he's really interested in what this heliocentric Jupiter is doing. Very important there. Okay. Also, BA. Note here, he is using only transiting Sun and Jupiter as triggers with specific aspects. Okay. The following aspects, which is what's known as an aspect class that he's using in this for financial markets, is 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, 120, 135, 150, and 180 on both sides of the circle. Now, some of you that are more advanced will point out that Jensen uses quintiles, and he does, but not in this regard. Okay, you do use those in financial markets, but not in this application that we're focusing in on at the moment. You will need to test these in the market you trade. In the Euro-US dollar, look at January 2004, when we had heliocentric Jupiter 60 degrees of Saturn, and in December 2008, when we had heliocentric Jupiter 135 degrees of Saturn. Bother were really nice months to trade. Should be both. Both were really nice months to trade. A lot of action. Look for others. Okay? There was a lot. Go back, take a look at those markets, take a look at those aspects, and you'll see there was a lot of action. I mean, those were nice. Okay, look for other setups. You see, that's what we can glean from here, even though we have zero to low interest in coffee. GAN. The month of April is very important. He's talking about based on those aspects that he listed. There should be great activity and wide swings in prices due to these aspects. BA. What he is saying here is that the Jupiter aspects cause great activity and wide swings. I think it's safe to say this is accurate and can be used by the trader as good indication. But the cycles are used first. Remember, Spawn would have had the time cycles already. GAN. Geocentric maps movements from low prices in coffee. No, I did not make that spelling error, believe it or not. W. DeGan did. It should be geocentric Mars movements, okay? 1931, April 16 to August 7, 1953, Mars had made 12 round trips. 1954, October 29, Mars will be opposite or 180 degrees from its place on April 16, 1931. 1936, October 1, taught. September 19, 1953. I'm going to fire that guy that typed this up for us. I'm kidding. Mars had made 9 round trips of 360 degrees each. 1954, December 9, Mars will be 9.5 round trips or opposite its place, October 1, 1936. 1940, May 15th to June 12th, 1953, Mars made 7 round trips or complete cycles. 1954, April 9, Mars is 7.5 cycles or opposite its place on May 19, 1940. Due to the retrograde position of Mars, it will again be 7.5, meaning revolutions, on July 7th and August 17, 1954, or the third time in opposition to its own place, which is very important. 1940, August 19 to September 15, 1953, Mars had completed 7 round trips. Note the low on coffee on that date. 1954, December 4, Mars, 7.5 round trips are opposite its own place on August 19, 1940. Okay? BA. He's saying here to look at geocentric Mars movements of complete revolutions, known as conjunctions, and halves, known as oppositions. The procedure is to take a good high or low and note the position of geocentric Mars on that date. Then keep tabs on this as you are running along. Let's take a look at some examples in the Euro US dollar. BA note, you must have a time cycle due as well. Always keep that in mind. Okay. Up here we see the high on July 28, 1995. Geocentric Mars is at 20 Capricorn. I'd say that was a pretty good high. Okay. April 21, 2008. Geocentric Mars, 20 Cancer. It moved 6.5 revolutions in 4,651 days. That should be revolutions. Okay. Revolutions. Okay. So from this date to this date, it made 6.5 revolutions. Basically what we're doing, this is Euro US dollar. We're taking GAN stuff he's using on coffee and we're applying it to the Euro US dollar, which does contain our interest. Okay, down here at the bottom, August 7, 1997, geocentric Mars is 26 Libra. Okay, got that? Up here, May 5th, 2011, geocentric Mars, 26 Aries. Those are opposite. 7.5 revolutions this time, not revulsions, in 5,019 days, okay? 7.5 revolutions, all right? So, and he uses that. He uses 7.5 revolutions. Both of these are nice. Now, what's interesting about this low, okay, what's interesting right now about this low is here we are in early 2016, and this point from August 1997, and I'm eyeballing it here. It's around the 104 area, 105 in there. It's about 104. This 1997 low has been providing support over the last few months, okay, which is early 2016, which is when this video is being done, okay. So that is important. Okay, so that's long-term, that's currently long-term support, all right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially finished the coffee letter of GANs. If you have gained insight from my videos, subscribe so you can get the latest on my free market calls, forecasts, commentary, and teachings. Knowledge is priceless. Hey, this is BA signing off and leaving you with one last thought. You can succeed. Take care. Bye-bye.